Hello again. We're doing another success story from a viewer, Diana. Now, this is Diana's story. I just wanted to attest to the power of the law of attraction and your manifesting meditations. I happened to stumble upon your YouTube videos 3 days ago now and decided to try them, thinking about two men that were in my life. I was in a relationship for a year with whom I believed was my soulmate. We were so in love and we were about to get engaged. Something happened that I cannot really explain, and we broke up abruptly one day before the appointment to choose my wedding ring. Gee. Of course I was devastated, hurt and angry. This was 3 months ago and I dated another man who really liked me after my breakup. But after a few weeks, we stopped communicating. Watching your videos, I realized I have pushed these men away because of my fear of commitment. I was married to my high school sweetheart, which ended in betrayal and so much pain. I also grew up experiencing my parents' dysfunctional marriage where my mother was abused and betrayed by my father. I very much longed for a long-term, mutually trusting, loving and committed relationship, opposite of what I had ever known. I always said that the men in my life who would come and go had commitment issues, when all along it was me who had these issues because of fears of ending up hurt again or like my mother. I always ran away at the slightest provocation that reminded me of that. 3 days ago, I watched and meditated over manifesting a text or call from your ex-lover. Thinking about the last two men, my ex-boyfriend and the person I dated after, I imagined myself, as it says in the video, to imagine you are sitting drinking a beverage and all of a sudden the phone ringing. Well, the next day I just happened to be laying in bed watching TV with my tea next to me, and all of a sudden the phone rings. It was a lover that I had stopped communicating with me over 4 weeks ago. I thought I would never ever hear from this person again. The next night at 2 a.m, I was thinking so much about my ex-boyfriend that I couldn't sleep. In this state of insomnia, I decided to focus on him and watched Bringing Your Ex Back meditation videos. After that, I was still awake at 3 or 4 in the morning. For some reason, I decided to log into my Match.com dating app, and I had a Match account for a few weeks just to browse for eligible bachelors, but I had not put any pictures of myself up or any specific information. So I go to my Match app, and lo and behold, guess who popped up on my screen and the first daily match? My ex did. Wow! This was incredible. I looked at his profile and I said he was last active within an hour, meaning he was active on Match during the same time I was, focusing on him and using the manifestation videos. Right away, I decided to put up pictures of myself and add details to my profile. I know he will stumble upon my profile just as I did his. The story does not end. I went to my local grocery store that day and there was always a cashier that looked very similar to my ex-boyfriend. Oh, that I even mentioned it to him when we were together. So I just happened to get into his cashier checkout lane, and guess what? He's not only looked similar to my ex, he had the same name as my ex, something I never noticed before. LOL. This was actually so amusing I couldn't stop laughing all day about this. And just thinking that my ex-boyfriend and me are both each other's matches and somehow we're both calling each other. Whatever happens with my ex, I now know in my heart I am a powerful creator that I can manifest, and more importantly, your videos do work. I will keep you updated as I have a feeling it's not over yet. Thank you, Diana. That's definitely on its way. That's incredible. I mean, you're on an app. People talk about synchronicity or all that stuff. This is a fantastic example of doing your work on you and then bringing it towards you without force, manipulation or any of that stuff. me. I need another cup of tea, I think. But that's lovely. So this is a to be continued one, really. Looking forward to hearing the rest of it. And yeah, thanks. That's really, really, really lovely. That's all I have to say.